Jó.
Death knocks at their gates. No wonder they won't open.
They don't have a choice. Another attack may overrun them.
The nest
Nekünk ide
might
be
be
kell.
near. There's a trail to follow in the snow.
Itt van a nest.
More coming.
Come and get your breakfast, boys.
Persze.
Piss off! Rending spectres.
Ja.
The fort will run out of powder.
These pests don't spring from nowhere.
Vessük az út irányt.
They brought more friends. Piss off!
That's it. That's the place. Fill in the hole. Bury them all.
Csak erre kell tovább haladnunk egyszerűen. Hát valahogy be kell majd jutnunk. Arra meg kell. Szóval semmi nincs, fasza. Ez volt itt. Illetve ide esett le stuff. És itt, ide hogy jutok be?
I should buy the fort a little
Take
time.
the lift
Let's
or
hope it's
find
not
your
too
way
late for the
up.
famous Mrs. Priest.
What a lift. What a lift? Milyen liftről beszél ez? Hogy menjek ki innen? Várjál, menjek ki innen? What? Ja, aha. Kérdés izével kapcsolatban. Küldetéssel kapcsolatban. Még ez a fő, de mi nem a főt ezt nézzük. Ezt akarjuk followolni. Hogy nem tudunk, tehát nem tudunk egyáltalán bejutni az erődbe?
No entry till Helen Priest returns. Take
Right.
it up with her direct. She's off up the mountain looking for supplies.
Elképzelhető, hogy meg kell várnom. Csak azt akarom megnézni, hogy van-e alternatív bejutási lehetőség. Hát... Jó, már pedig ahogy látom, itt szerintem nincs. Mert ugye ez itt a hátulja, és ahogy látom, nincs. Szóval én szerintem őt most meg kell várnunk, hogy visszatérjen, ami időbe telik, úgyhogy... hol van? Átállunk ide. Viszont elmegyünk a lifttel.
I feel the dark curse or spell we found already.
We should find that ritual Seeker told us about. I've kept her notes about the hut location.
És ezzel mit lehet? Ezzel lehet valamit kezdeni? Vagy még nem. Tehát, hogy amúgy még nem.
Stuck.
Looks like you're walking.
Nem hiszem
Looks
el.
like.
Optional. Használd a liftet. Nem működik a lift. Menj egy halok. Kurva anyját.
I wonder how many there are in the fort.
Fewer by the day, I'll wager. Still, better to be inside than out. I feel something close.
Igen. Meg akarom nézni, itt mik vannak. Hát, hogy egy picit lentebb vesszük ezt a izét. Ezt a havazást. Kibaszottul zabálja a dolgokat. Nem tudom. Az effekt quality. A mediumon van az effekt. Így levesszük. Lada. Oh, hello.
Think you could take on a ghost? Trouble's about. The mountain is awash with specters.
Jó,
Did the
megvan.
foraging party really come this way?
That would explain why they haven't returned.
Mászunk.
Something's concealed. you feel that?
It's close.
De mi? Oh.
Help us, please. We have a survivor. Come.
Ez egy settlernek a szelleme. Ugye menjünk arra, csak ide bekukizunk. Hopp, 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 hopp. Ládikó.
This one's not been dead long.
Let's hope he stays that way.
Mindjárt csak a loot fontosabb, mindjárt megkukizzok őket. Oh. Oh.
Looks like they were taken by surprise.
If there's a survivor, they're not here. We push on.
Ó, itt föl lehet menni még. Zárom a
This is
rovatot.
locked from the inside.
Ki lehet nyitni? Nem. Ó, üdvözletem.
They never learn, do they? I have another in sight. Don't just stand there. Move!
Basta!
Hurry! She's being overrun. Come on.
Érdekes. Szellem meg itt van. Azt mondja, hogy itt vannak bent.
More efficient than cannon powder.
Valaki élő van itt. Sebastian. Ez egy medve? Nem, azt hittem valamiért hirtelen, hogy egy medve.
My bolt is shot!
Behind you.
Talán az apja. Oh. That's a problem.
You'll get it next time. Dodge it if you can. Hogging all the fun.
Get lost, won't you? Is that the sound of a corpse cocking its gun?
Kicsit azt hittem nagyobb kihívás lesz a nagy dög.
I'm fine. Stop fussing.
Jó napokat.
A timely arrival. You'll be Haskell's Banishers. Thank you. Thank you both.
Hogy...
You can't
ja,
see me.
Clear as day, just as I can see. This is my husband. I am Helen Priest.
Vagy lehet, hogy látja.
Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McGrath.
It is rare that the living can see the lingering dead.
All I know is one day I woke after 7 long years of grief, and my Sebastian was back. It was as if my prayers had at last been answered. That was enough for me.
In times of danger, I am duty-bound to protect the woman I love. You understand?
7 years.
Igen,
Why
de miért
come
pont
back
7
now?
év múlva jött vissza?
It did not feel like 7 years. Suddenly, I felt her pain calling to me.
Divine intervention or otherwise, all that matters is that my dear Sebastian is back. Now, when I need him most.
Andrew White sent us. He thought you might be in trouble. Plainly, you needed your guardian angel.
We needed more than one. Thanks to you, we'll resupply the camp. Matthews and Williams did not die in vain.
This was a risky expedition. But Helen had no choice. If the survivors were to rely on
Apróltad így a
Pennington alone, the
szellemek miért
fort
vannak
would have already
állandóan
fallen.
ugyanabba a ruhába?
I suspect that's so. Sometimes difficult choices must be made. That's courage.
All the courage in the world will be worthless if those in command won't match it.
Pennington did this while monsters relentless besieged the fort. But make no mistake, these men's deaths are on the captain's conscience. If he has one.
How so?
7 years ago, a plague came to New Eden. Pennington quarantined the sick in the mines, walled them up. They were dark times. Hard times. None knew what the morrow would bring. We all lost much. Too much. As second in command, Sebastian volunteered to stay. Walled in with the others, he held out the longest. He died a hero. And now the Forsaken are rising. They demand revenge.
Who would blame them? I watched them die. Soldiers and miners, sick and hungry, begging for help they knew would never come.
Captain Pennington has much blood on his hands.
I'm sorry. You've been through a lot.
We have. We are, and will persist till we prevail.
We should get back to the fort. We will escort you.
Jó, akkor visszavisszük a fortba, és akkor ezáltal utána már be tudunk menni oda.
I'm
Csak
afraid I
először
locked us in when I broke the latch.
szét kéne itt
If
amúgy
there's a way
alapvetően
out,
nézni.
we'll find it.
Ennyi? Hát amúgy, tehát alapvetően több felé is elmehetünk.
Aye, still impressive.
Akkor nem. Majd mindjárt.
Easy as pie.
Nah, but you can't cook.
Impressive. You Banishers are quite something.
That's all her. I'm just the help.
A Banisher marched with my father's infantry. Good for morale, he said.
Gyere.
Soldiers usually carry their ghosts with them.
És akkor most tudunk visszafele
War
menni.
is good for our business.
I take it that's how you met. I know a soldier when I see him fight.
I never worked for the army, but something like that.
I'll come back for you.
My sympathy.
Akkor nem. Várjál most. Vagy az van, hogy meg kell várni a csajt, és akkor úgy tudunk menni. Vagy az van, hogy nem tudunk menni, és akkor a másik útvonalon kell. Tudunk menni.
All of this for 2 miserable powder boxes. How low has Pennington brought us?
If you didn't like him, why did you follow him?
I followed his reputation, but he's no longer the same man.
What would you do in his place?
I'm doing it. He sits behind his walls waiting for them to fall, and I'm out here fighting to live. We're fighting for our lives. The captain is in the way.
These internal conflicts are a risk for the stability of the fort.
A necessary risk for the survival of all. But I agree. This must end. You may leave the crates.
Ó, és most ki tudjuk nyitni majd a
I'll
ládát.
send someone back for them.
Yeah, the path should be quiet. We cleared the
not.
area of the Spectre's nest.
That's a relief. Follow me.
Inkább ornat. Itt akad valamiért egy kicsit a játék ennél a helyszínnél, I don't know why, szóval nem a havazás az. Itt valami nem tetszik neki a játéknak itt ezen a helyszínen. Jó, bocs. Itt a csaj is. Csajba mehetünk.
White! Open the gates!
Priests? What are you lot waiting for? Open the gates!
Igen.
Go talk to Pennington. Make him understand, if you can.
Where can I find him?
He hides in his office. You'll find him there.
Nagyon jó. Viszont nem Penningtonnal fogunk először beszélni, hanem ezt followoljuk, mert most ebben vagyunk.
Where are the others? Williams and the other chap?
Matthews. We were ambushed. They fell.
God have mercy on their souls.
Grey weather,
There's ammo in the elevator.
as usual.
Send Shepard and Abbott to bring it back.
Come on, you bastards.
Good day to you. Good day, mate. You Pennington's reinforcements?
Red McCraith, the Banisher. Sorry to disappoint.
Nah, too bad. We could use a fellow like you. Theodore Shepard, marksman, and there are none better. I teach some of the lads here. Perhaps we could show you a thing or two.
I shoot well enough, thinking you.
Jó. Őt is megkérdezzük róla.
Tell me about your world.
Which bit?
Penningtonról.
How about Captain Pennington's bit of your world?
Captain? I don't know him. He keeps to himself, and I keep to mine. Tell the truth, I think he's losing it. Can't blame him, to be honest. You'd blame the curse, but he's always been a close-mouthed so-and-so. Been that way since he lost his wife and kid.
Ó,
Pennington's
elvesztette a
family
feleségét és a gyerekét.
I didn't say they died, though maybe they did. Either way, they're definitely gone, and the captain is the worse for it.
Helen Priest. Tell me how she fits in your world.
They don't let women go to war. But for her, they should make an exception. Pity Pennington doesn't trust her far as he could throw her. I've fought side by side with many a good man. None are better than Helen Priest.
Igen, az egekig magasztalja a csajt.
How about you tell me more about yourself?
Mate, all you need to know is I'm the finest shot this side of the wide blue sea. Priest and Pennington are too busy fighting to see it.
Örülök neki. És hol tanultál meg lőni,
Where did you learn
barátom?
to shoot, Mr. Shepherd?
In the war, mate.
King Philip's War.
Aye. Joined up soon as I came of age. Trotted off to war against the Indians. Shooting came natural. Once, I shot a man down from full 500 yards. How'd you like that? I'm a goddamn Lionheart, I am.
Hát árult el
I'll be
információkat
on
a
my way.
hasznosok.
And may the way be good to you, mate.
Körbe kell kérdezgetnünk amúgy mindenkit.
Good day to you, Miss.
Miss? I'm the hunter Flora Abbott, and I never miss. You?
It is rare, but I've been known to miss. Red McCraith, Banisher.
I heard about you when you first arrived. Is your friend not with you?
She died. She's with me in spirit.
Sad to hear it. I have nothing cleverer than that to say. If you need anything,
Hogy érted?
I probably can't help.
So you hunt for the fort? Are you part of the train band?
I serve, in my way. Before the curse, I traded with the people of New Eden. Meat and
Ő
fur,
egy
bartered for
trader
whatever they
volt.
had that I needed.
How did you end up in New Eden? You won't mind me saying that you're not like most people here.
And yet, I am a New Englander. Born on a farm not far from Boston, but always preferred the wild. So I came to New Eden. In time, I came to love it. It's cursed, and I'm still here, aren't I?
What do you know? Tell me about your day-to-day.
If I did, would you listen?
Mindenről beszél nekünk.
Talk to me of Captain Pennington.
I've worked for worse. I'm able and I give him no trouble. In return, he makes sure I get none. He respects me. That makes him an excellent judge of character. Don't you think?
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
Not my favorite person, if I'm honest, but in the fight against the dead, she's an asset.
How are you yourself?
I do my work and do it well, though few notice.
I'll take my leave of you, Flora.
I'll not stop you.
Jó, kivel lehet még itt beszélni? Van valaki? De az lehet, hogy a kinti úriemberünk. De föl is lehet jönni. Nem biztos, hogy az a kinti úriember. Ó, meg itt a paraszt. Jó napot kívánok!
Good to see you living, sir. Keep it short, I'm on duty.
How are folk doing? Fighting fit?
They're farmers, most of them. Shopkeepers, house servants, hunters. We've one old soldier, but he's sick. Them who stand dead on their feet. Fighting fit, my arse. But we hold against the hordes of the dead. For now, leastways. The fight's not fair. That's it.
Maybe they deserve it. Maybe we do too.
Maybe we do. Wish I knew what we'd done to bring this shite down upon us. Mind you, we'd probably just go and do it again.
Had any good scuttle lately?
I'll spill it if I have it, but be quick. I'm busy.
We've known an officer or three, you and me. So, tell me about the captain.
In nigh on 20 years' service, I've not met a commander more efficient, nor one so relentless. Ever a pain in the ass, aye, but a good one. But that was then and this is now. He's not the man he was. Still a pain in the arse, mind.
What think you now of Helen Priest?
Wow, she's like her husband. Only yet better. Command is in her blood. She reminds me of my old mum. The Queen of Topsfield Common, we used to call her. Born to give orders, she was. And you dare not disobey.
Did you know Sebastian Priest?
I surely did. Good man, hell of a soldier. Had kingly ideals, but did not strut like a crow in the gutter. Hero is an ill-used tag, oft misassigned. But Lieutenant Priest was a hero, and a proper one at that.
Yeah. Nővel is beszélgettünk.
Peaceful watch to you.
Elvileg valakivel van kint a falon kívül, ha minden igaz.
Grey weather.
This is pointless.
Ja nem, ővele már beszéltünk. Csókolom. Maga?
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll, the owner. What can I get you? A comb, perhaps?
A comb. Very fine.
Combot
Red
adjál.
McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
I met your friend Miss Duarte briefly in New Eden Town. I'm so sorry for your loss. She seemed a vibrant and resolute young woman.
And she seemed eager to leave town as quickly as possible.
Tell me about your store. Tell me about you.
The original Ingersoll's in Boston was grand and fine, but it burned in the North Square fire of '91. We moved to New Eden with Nathaniel. But before
Nathaniel.
Natty could return home, my husband died. Then came the curse. And now here we are. Welcome to Ingersoll's of Fort Jericho.
You never wanted to do anything else.
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. He taught me everything I know. The store is my business. My legacy. My story. It is who I am. I don't like running a store. I love it.
The shopkeeper must hear everything that goes on. Tell me something interesting. Just between us.
You assume me to be a gossip monger.
What do you wish to know?
Mindent.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
He lets me trade. I like the man. He says Ingersoll's store is good for the fort. I very much agree.
What can you tell me about Helen Priest?
I like her. Though she's impetuous. Terse, even. She fancies herself a leader when she should know her place. And that place is below the captain. Thinking about it... No. I don't think I do like her.
More generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
Well, it's cold. Folk are hungry more often than not. I've little to tell you won't hear from someone else. But Ingersoll's is open, so all is well with me.
Okay. Mi van nálad?
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir. What interests you?
Ilyeneket tud nekünk adni. Van amúgy pénzünk szarásig. Spirit Peak. Zen Mind. Health. Érdekes. Ez is itt. A Red Goddess. Manifestációs, de... Aha. Hogy a heal ez most jobban érdekel egy fokkal, illetve hát mondjuk biztos tudok szerintem valamit eladni, ami esetleg ne talántán annyit adna, amennyi kell. Ebből ha eladnánk 150-et, így enterbe, és akkor már meg is van nekünk itt a rávalónk. Így van. Ez meg 800. Ez ilyen a közöns... Ez amúgy, tehát ez a wool, ez kell valamihez? I don't know. Ezt találunk mindenhol, eladjuk a rákba. Eladjuk a rákba. Meg... Jó, őt is eladjuk a rákba. És igazából már erre is megvan a cucc. Úgyhogy megvettük mind a háromat.
I must take my leave.
Thank you for your visit.
Megnézzük,
Do come
hogy
again.
mire tudjuk használni a fejlesztést. Szét is nézünk.
No Ferdinando here.
Igen, tudom. Lassan megkeressük. Szét akarok nézni mindenhol is. Jó. Haladunk arra, csak ezt a kis szekciót megnézzük. Ó, itt egy újabb ember. Nem, csaj. De ővel már beszéltünk. Úgyhogy. Ezért jöttünk be ide csak komolyan? Mivel haladhatnánk arra befele, de erre szerintem nézelődünk. Így van, és akkor tudunk utána arra haladni. Veled beszéltem már?
Good day, sir.
Ne tennél.
Nathaniel Sather, at your service. What can I do for you?
Mindent is tehet.
Mr. Sather remains to be seen. Red McCraith, by the way. The Banisher.
The Banisher.
You seem a chatty fella.
We see precious few new faces around here. You'll forgive me if I use you for fresh conversation.
Tell me about yourself. Share your business. Tell me what's important to you.
I'm from Boston. I love it very much. So much more lively. A fine mix of conviviality and anonymity. I miss that life. The music. The colour and the splendour. The dance of commerce. The flower sellers' forget-me-nots. Oh, the forget-me-nots. I very much wish to go home.
What are you doing here then?
I'm the shop boy. When the store moves, I move with it. Old man Ingersoll opened up a general store in Boston back in '78. Then he married Bathsheba. I came with them to New Eden intending to quickly return, but Mr. Ingersoll died. I extended my stay. They took me on when I was just a boy. I've no family. All I have is my Thomas, my closest friend.
You have, as my
Closest
granny would
friend.
say, the power to talk the back
Mennyire
legs off a
closest?
two-footed donkey. But I bet you listen too. What do you hear hereabouts?
Little of interest. Pennington has signed John Rumble to the train band, which means nothing at all to me. I believe John was down the flooded mine. That can't have been fun. Maybe the militia will be good for him.
Huh? You never know who'll take to soldiering.
You say that, and I defer to your experience, but I'm sure it's not for me.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
The captain. I've not a single bad word to say about that dismally antiquated, superannuated
Én
old
meg nem akar
man.
semmi rosszat mondani
His
róla.
depth of experience is inspiring. Although I shudder to think what those experiences have done to him. But we should respect our elders. We should listen to their point of view. And then ignore it as we look to the future.
What do you think of Helen Priest then?
I'd put her in charge if I could. She's bright, trustworthy, thinks for herself. She's not married to old doctrine. People here are desperate. They're sick, they need courage. And Helen Priest fears nothing.
More generally, how fares Fort Jericho?
It's cold. Our clothes are inelegant, the walls are drab. There's no music, no conviviality. There's no gaiety. Boston isn't much of a city, but I miss it. I wonder what I could make of this place were I allowed.
You can paint a turnip red, but it still won't be an apple.
True, but stack enough red-painted turnips about the place, and even the dourest Scotsman shall surely crack a smile.
Jó. Megbeszéltünk veled is mindent.
I must go.
Alapúra, hogy ő nem mondott úgy nagyon semmi rosszat.
Take care, and mention it not.
Jó. Quito Military Arts. Az arzenálhoz egy kulcs. Van itt is egy épületünk, itt sátrak, mindjárt megnézzük a sátrakat is. Ez nem lehet? Nem lehet, pedig ott van egy láda. Official document. Private Matthews Poetry. Bármi hasznos. Ennyi. Ezért jöttünk be ide? Meg arra lehetne menni, de nem lehet. Ugye mehetnénk föntebb, meg ugye a sátrak itt vannak, az érdekelne, hogy itt a sátraknál valami. Ugye ott az udvari rész. Tehát amúgy aha, itt bitó. Ez az udvari rész, ahol nem igazán látok semmi hasznosat, úgyhogy megnézzük itt ezt a házat, utána kimegyünk az udvarra. Itt van a főni.
Captain Pennington.
No time, no way out, no hope, no way in. No time at all.
Mi van? A felesége.
Captain Pennington, sir.
Mr. McWraith.
Ó, meg is van vakulva.
There's work to be done.
Work? You had work. A mission. To bring one last glimmer of hope. To gladden our hearts before the pit takes us all.
You secretive bastards haven't helped.
The job is done. There's no more hope and little enough time. All that remains is the pit. Welcome to the last stand, McWraith. Welcome to the end.
I wouldn't surrender just yet, Captain. I found Helen Priest. We brought supplies.
A waste of effort on both accounts.
Hardly. We saved a life. Resupplied, you may save more.
For the sake of what? For the sake of days, a week perhaps? You've saved no one. You've prolonged the terror. The dead will come. Our throats will feel their bony fingers soon enough. The end is inevitable.
It is if you will not act. You're the officer, take command. Surely you can't intend to do nothing.
You sound like Priest. She has changed. Her return to Fort Jericho has made her impulsive, irrational, quarrelsome. I believe she did not fully grieve her husband's loss. Returning to the scene has, it seems, reopened the wound. It festers. She'll join the lieutenant soon enough. When our defences crumble at the last, the pit shall take us all.
No. Mi van itt?
As the commanding officer, you must know all the local lumps and bumps.
Lumps
Lumps
and
and bumps
bumps?
can smooth themselves. I have other priorities.
Tell me more about yourself and your career.
I did my duty and had the fortune to return alive. That's all. We who are intimate with war tell no tales.
I thought that too. I was wrong. Silence allowed my ghosts to prosper. 'Tis good to tell our stories.
If ever I do tell, I'll not be telling you, son.
Why did you come to New Eden, Captain? Why here?
Far from the many wars we fight, you mean? I'd shot enough Frenchmen and more than enough Indians.
Did no one come with you?
Háború.
Keep to your business, son, not mine.
It's just, there's a portrait hanging on the wall. A family.
I had a wife and daughter once. I'll not entertain you with their story.
Fair to say your tactical retreat from New Eden town has not served you.
The town was doomed to fall to the curse. We disagreed on everything. There was nothing left to do but leave. We did not know there'd be no escape. No Smith gathered the board and the governor let the afeard flock to him. We never agreed on anything in the first place.
The new Smiths are holed up in the woods, planning soon to leave for Boston.
They may leave for Boston, but the curse will follow. The curse will follow until their backs are against the wall.
How do things stand, Captain, as you see them?
Little has changed. The dead flood from the mines. We shoot them down and gain respite. Soon, the onslaught begins anew. The clock of our extinction ticks on towards the hour. We may no more defeat the dead than we may vanquish the ocean waves.
You must at least try.
We lack much, yet we are still alive. How is that, do you think? We hold to the last. We resist, till retribution rises from the pit and drags us all to hell.
Well, that's something worth waiting for.
I fail to see the appeal of this slow agony.
How unfortunate. Because thanks to you, and the time you bought us, the agony will be all the slower.
Jó. Ennyit árultál?
Permission to take my leave, Captain.
And if I refuse it?
Are you trying to recruit me, Captain? Do you really think I'd take the king's shilling?
If I were to offer enough shillings, I'm sure of it. I need no new lieutenants. But if you wish, you may stay. This key unlocks the unused watchtower. You'll bill it while you're here.
Jó. A Watchtowerhez megvan a kulcsunk, de az izolációt azt a küldetést most nem folytatjuk, mert ugye Helenről vannak dolgok. Vele most beszéltünk, tehát valószínűleg nem lesznek új fejlemények, úgyhogy megyünk tovább és Ferdinandót keressük még mindig.
On the one hand, a captain beaten by the world. On the other, His rival, haunted and mutinous.
In a fort besieged by vengeful specters.
Behind all the shit, there's something else. Something darker.
How often, Abigail, must we have this fight?
Ők velük nem
How often must we
beszél.
argue?
We shall argue until you hear me.
I hear you all too well. I hear a hoggish harridan, a narrow nag, a selfish shrew.
One of these days, I shall poison your soup.
And the day before, I'll take you to the highest cliff and push you off it.
Please excuse my husband. He really is as unpleasant as he sounds. And who are you, then?
Red McCraith, ma'am. I'm a banisher.
Are you, indeed? Pleased to meet you, Mr. Banisher. I'm Abigail Rumble. Thanks to you,
Abigail.
me and my husband should soon be able to go back to our mountains.
You and your husband prefer an isolated life outside the fort.
I have a roof above my head, my belly is rarely empty, and I live by my beliefs. We suffered for many years. By comparison, this is bliss.
Do you not find it dangerous out here? Just the two of you alone.
I thank you for your concern, but we live how we live, and it makes us quite contented.
Your husband won't mind us talking.
No, why would he? We are faithful and trustworthy, as I'm sure are you.
She doubts your intentions.
Ajajaj.
No need to worry about me, ma'am. I'm spoken for.
Good. We understand one another. My husband and I are very close. Very close indeed.
Hát ki
You have
gondolta
my
volna.
admiration. Sustaining such closeness takes much tolerance and hard work.
You don't know how good you've got it.
Anything talk-worthy round these parts?
Ferdinando Miller has been the talk of the town lately.
Ó, na.
He has had much good fortune, and many resent him for it. I like the lad. He's polite, helpful, listens to his customers. He deserves no backbiting.
What's your thoughts on Pennington? A good leader?
He gave John a job. That was good. We hadn't worked since we left the Bly place. He saw John's promise and gave him his chance. I'd say he's a good leader.
Helen Priest seems to get the work done.
The captain trusts her with his life. So do I. John adores her. When the fort was attacked, she proved us right. I like having a strong woman in charge.
Ennyi akkor?
I'll let you get back to your day, ma'am.
Paliával kéne
If
beszélni.
you need anything, feel free to ask.
Aki nem tudom, hogy hol ment. Bassza meg. Nem tudom, hol ment a Pali. Ebben a házban voltunk mi? Nem tudom. Szerintem nem. A csajjal beszéltünk, igen, tudom, hogy tudok menni arra, csak ott nyilván lehet menni föntebb. Ő csak ezt az egyet lehet megnézni? Jó. Ez van itt csak. Ja, meg le lehet itt menni. A cellasor.
Storeroom. Locked.
Oda. Tudunk ide bejönni. Visszafele volt egy izénk. Ebben az irányban ugye volt itt egy várható hely, ahol nem tudtunk bejönni. Amúgy itt a pali.
You're new. From where have you sprung?
Name's Red McCraith, a Banisher, come from across the deep blue sea.
You look a landlubber to me. You should feel right at home. John Rumble.
John Rambo? Vagy mit mondott?
I've met your wife. Fine woman.
She's that high. Count myself lucky. Are you a married man, Mr. McCraith?
Marriage wasn't for us. But I suppose you could have called us man and wife.
No, you could not.
Marriage is a union conceived by men. Men are fallible.
Do I detect a hint of regret?
Regret? Oh, I've no regrets. She's a fine woman, my wife. Finer than likes of me deserves. I'll not say a word against her. Not a word, sir.
What's the word round here?
Look around you. We're barely hanging on. You'll have to be Miller to enjoy the situation.
The merchant?
Aye, the freedman. He's the only one who'll leave Fort Jericho with more than he came with. Some people have all the luck.
What can you tell me about Captain Pennington?
What about him?
I don't know. Is he a good commander? Do you like him? Does he have secrets, that kind of thing?
If, say, I thought him a blockhead, then I'd not say so. If, say, it was my wife's stupid idea for me to join the train band, I'd not say that neither.
Hát már nincsen azért annyira jó véleménye, mint a többiek.
Can you tell me anything about Helen Priest?
A bold woman, clever too. I'll be glad to take her orders.
Sokkal jobb.
I'm interested in Sebastian Priest. Do you know him?
I did not, but I know the lieutenant's name. We all do. He died a hero. Call comfort to Helen, no doubt.
Hogy besétált meg? Oké, akkor ez így ennyi.
May you prosper in good health, John.
He that does good is of God.